Thanks for joining us here at Boxcar Media. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the chosen and the test that every person who's chosen must confront. Every chosen path begins with a test, and that test is called loneliness. And it's not because you're unworthy of people or companionship, but because most people are unworthy of the path that you're on. You see, growth demands separation. And if you ever wondered why your circle shrinks whenever you decide to change your life, this is why. You know, when I stopped drinking and hanging out and doing some of the things I used to do, I thought my friends would applaud me and send me away with a going away party. But that wasn't the case. Eventually, I found myself walking alone, walking the path by myself, because I found out really quickly that in order to do the deep work, in order to go to the heights that I was going to, it was a track with one lane, and I was on it. You see, as time went on, I realized it wasn't just about not drinking alcohol. My values have changed. I wanted more purpose, more peace. I wanted to live life with intentionality. I wanted to be able to pour into those who were depending on me, not just for monetary reasons, but spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. My family, those that looked to me for strength, I wanted to be able to pour into them. And the way I was living before wouldn't allow me to do that. And so I had to make some hard decisions. And the decisions themselves will make those separations a little bit more easier to do. When you begin to, and I don't want to use that phrase level up because I feel like it's overused, but when you try to advance in life, when you try to separate yourself from the old way of thinking and the old crowd you used to hang out with, you begin to see the chinks in the armor. You begin to see the stinking thinking that you exercised for so many years. I love this verse. It says, when I was a child, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And so when the cracks begin to reveal themselves, people would say things like, oh, you think you're too good now. You know, they'd say things like that to try to pull you back. But the truth is, I didn't think I was better. I just wanted different. And different threatened the people who had already settled, man. Wanting different threatened the people who've already settled. And the hardest part wasn't losing them. It was realizing that the people I once called brothers weren't actually aligned with me. They weren't rooting for me. They were rooting for the version of me that died a long time ago. They wanted the version of me that was dead and gone, man. The version that didn't challenge their choices. You know what I mean? And so when my principles started to clash with my friendships, I was left with one choice: betray myself or keep them around. Walk away to become who I was meant to be. And I chose to walk away. And once I did that, it became lonely. It was lonely, but it's necessary. You know, there was nights when I felt that pull to come back, you know? There were nights when I felt that pull to come back, that nostalgia hit, and I wanted to hit those numbers. Hey man, what are you guys up to? Call the old crew, hit the bars, hit that nightlife, laugh like we used to. Not because I wanted that life again. I just wanted to belong. And that's the trap. The world will always try to pull you back to what's familiar. You know, there's another verse that I love. It says, it goes like this. It says, as a dog returns to its vomit, so a fool repeats his foolishness. I didn't want to go back to the vomit. I didn't want to go back to the foolishness. I wanted the future that God promised me. I didn't want the old life back. I want the future that I said I wanted. So here's 4 strategies, man. 4 strategies that I think will empower you and help you on this journey. If you're anything like me and you're on that path of loneliness and you're feeling that pull to go back to the old friends, you're feeling that pull to go back to the old lifestyle, and you're thinking, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I was meant to just be the same old, same old. You're not. You were meant for so much more, man. You were meant for so much more. And that's the purpose of this video. It's to let you know that the chosen are always gonna walk alone, man. Because the crowd ain't going where you're going. The crowd ain't going where you're going. Where you're going is different. And so don't let loneliness chase you back to what's familiar. Here's number 1. You got to reframe some of your thinking, man. Reframe solitude as training. You know, most people think being alone means something's wrong with them. But solitude isn't about punishment. It's about training. Think of it like an athlete in the off season. You know what I mean? No crowds, no lights, just that quiet, deep work. That's where the strength is built, man. Solitude sharpens your vision and clears the noise. Muhammad Ali said, fights are won or lost on the road, away from the lights, away from witnesses, in the training, in the nights of road work, and the countless hours of sparring. That's where the fight is won or lost. It's away from the crowds and away from the witnesses, way before he danced underneath those lights. So reframe solitude as training. Number 2, you got to do an audit of your circle, man. You got to look at your friend list and ask yourself, there's only two roles that your friend group will fall into. They're either fuel or anchors. They push you forward or keep you stuck. Ask yourself, do I leave a conversation with this person feeling inspired or drained? If you walk away drained, man, you know your answer. Distance isn't betrayal, it's growth. It's commitment to the new life that you want. Number 3, build a future-based tribe. Don't waste your energy mourning those who left. Your future circle isn't behind you, it's ahead of you, man. But you have to go find them. If you're into fitness, find your community at the gym. If you're serious about building, join a mastermind, a class, a creative group. Put yourself where your future self would hang out. That's where your tribe is waiting. That's where your tribe is waiting, man. Number 4, you got to anchor your why. Loneliness is going to hit, man. Loneliness is going to hit hard. The old crew is going to look tempting. All those old times, all those fun times of laughter and camaraderie and fellowship, you know, you're going to miss those times, but don't let them pull you back. Willpower's not going to save you, man. You need an anchor. Write down why you started. Stick it where you can see it every day. For me, it's the refrigerator, man. I'm constantly in that thing. Stick it where you're going to see it every day. I left because, and you write it down. That reminder is your anchor. And when those waves of nostalgia hit, when that draw, that pull of wanting to hang out again, when that hits, your anchor's gonna stop you from drifting back, man. Your anchor's gonna stop you from drifting back. So just remember, walking alone isn't punishment, it's preparation. You're the chosen ones, man. You don't travel in crowds because the crowd isn't going where you're going anyway. So if you feel yourself losing friends, you feel misunderstood or left behind, remember this. Solitude is proof you're on the path of becoming. And the people who truly belong with you, they'll meet you further down the road. You'll catch up to them. They're already there waiting for you. They've been waiting for you, man. When you pull up, they're gonna be like, what took you so long? So if you ever had to walk away from people you thought were gonna be in your life forever, drop a comment. I wanna hear your story, man. And if you're walking that lonely road right now, just know you're not walking alone. I'm there too. There's many of us on that road right now. But that's the price of being a chosen one. Some of the things you gotta face alone, man. You gotta face it alone. Even Jesus Christ had to face what he faced alone. His friends fell asleep on him, man, when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane. He said, man, can't you stay up and pray for an hour? He went and checked on them. They were crashed out. He had to face what he had to face alone. Every path to greatness has one lane, man. It isn't a group effort. They'll be there when you arrive, but the path to get there is solo. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. And I'll be back next week with another video, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, or just watch. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to be here regardless. I'm going to still make these videos, man. I'm going to do it alone or with thousands of subscribers. Either way, I'm going to be here. So tune in next week, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you for joining us. We hope today's episode has sparked your curiosity and offered you new insights into the human experience. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider subscribing and sharing it with others who might find value in our content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment and a thumbs up. Until next time, keep exploring, reflecting, and finding meaning in your own unique journey. Safe travels, and we'll see you on the next episode.